I think we're seeing in the present day that politics is becoming increasingly a performance. This has been recognized in society for many, many years. Certainly we only have to turn to elections or referendum campaigns to understand that performance is at the heart of persuasive politics.
A piece of work isn't a kind of art object which just exists in its own right. Theatre is a dialogue, and therefore a greater understanding of what you might be saying through what you're doing and how you're being affected by the world, I think is a fantastic thing to happen.
So the question then becomes, if there are all of these performances taking place in the upper levels of society by people in positions of power, can those of us with very limited power use performance in a similar way to challenge the status quo? The degree prepares students with all of the normal skill sets that they would achieve through the study of an ordinary drama degree, but also in addition to that, that knowledge is kind of situated within a study of political and social issues. For example, when studying theatre history, they'll be looking at marginalized theatre histories or alternative theatre practices. And all of these things will equip students to actually become creative problem solvers in many ways, because they will have that historical background to draw on, to reflect on what's happening in contemporary society as well.
We want the students to be really connected to the big community of artists and theatre companies that we're already very much in a network with at Goldsmiths. So students will both undertake placements where they're working within organisations, they'll be mentored by professionals, but we also want them to get out there and study how people got to where they got to. What was it that motivated them, and what were the practical issues which they needed to tackle along the way.
I think that the degree responds really well to Goldsmiths' identity in terms of the radical history of Goldsmiths and the opportunities for students to try to find creative solutions to the world around them. London obviously is known as sort of the theatre-making capital of the world, and the kind of the richness and the density of theatre-making practice here makes it a really unique environment for our students. It means that they can very easily access a breadth of theatrical practice and theatrical innovations. And then in addition to that, I would say that London is actually something of a hub at the moment in terms of big political issues that are happening in the world. So we can think about topics like globalization and multiculturalism and neoliberalism. We can see the way that these are unfolding actually on the streets in front of us every day, and the way that artists and activists are responding to them. The degree is one that really gives students the tools, theoretically and creatively, to go out and create work or to work with community organizations that will develop work that somehow responds to problems in society. It doesn't try to give students the correct answers, but it gives them the tools to understand that world in depth. And then it allows them, hopefully, to go out and flourish and make work that none of us have thought of yet.